Hi everyone, welcome back. Good to see you in the new year. I'm just going to do a fairly short demo piece for jelly printing today. One of the things I found that having not used my plates for quite a few months, they really weren't working terribly efficiently. So I ended up getting, sort of blotches and marks. So I'll be talking a little bit about how you might overcome this issue. And then I'm just going to show you quickly how I did this print, which is a 2-colour layered print. And I'll quickly go back over the techniques of how to get a good print when you're using a 2-colour printing technique. There'll be links in the video notes below, so if there's anything you need to look at, it'll be there. Let's get started. One of the things I notice, having not done a lot of printing lately, is that my plates, even though they feel quite soft and moist, are actually, I suppose in a way, a bit dry. They don't really want to take the paint easily. And one of the things you can do is just ink up your plate and grab some photocopy paper and just take some prints off it. And after a while, it seems to respond better to the paints that you're putting on it. I was actually using this little plate as a rolling some ink out on it while I was working on a bigger plate. And in the end, I just sort of printed off the excess ink and I ended up with this pattern. Now, I could just wipe it off with a baby cloth, but I thought, seeing the plates aren't working to their highest ability, I thought I might as well just have a bit of a play. I'm going to put some of my Cetacolor shimmering paint over the top of this plate, and then I'm going to print that off. And what should happen is I'll get the shimmering color, and this red, which is already on the plate, will lift off, but it will be actually sitting in front of most of that gold. It's a bit one of those things that's awkward to explain. Once you've done it, you'll understand it a little bit better. So I've just been giving this a bit of a shake because, like all of my liquid paints, have been sitting around for a while. And this is a specialised textile paint, and one of the things I've discovered is that it's regularly on sale at my local art supply shop, and it's pretty expensive, so it's good to get it on sale only for a couple of dollars as opposed to $15. So it makes a big difference. And also too, at that price, I just feel a little bit more likely to have a play with it. I'm just going to put a little bit of this, what's it called? Canary Shimmer, or Shimmer Canary, number 61 in the colour range for this company. All the details will be down below. Just going to put a bit of this on the plate, and it's not going to need a lot because it's this is my smallest plate that I work on. Got my roller and usual things apply. And this will need a little bit more, but you're looking for a not too thick a layer. And I've got my fabric ready to go. Put it down on top. Now, if you're new to my channel or you haven't seen this in a while, you might want a refresher. The best way to get these 2-colour prints, in my experience, is to put a heavy weight on them and let it sit until it all dries. It sounds a bit weird, but it works a treat. So just to protect the plate and anything I put on top of it, I've got the old magazine. I've got a large cooking book, and that's going to provide a lot of extra even pressure. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple of my weights. If I'm not using them for exercise, I might as well use them for printing. And I'm just going to put those on top, and that's going to provide even pressure over the plate. And in about 15-20 minutes, I'm going to come back. I'll pull this all off, and then we'll see how well the print has picked up. Okay, this has been sitting here for well over half an hour. Just got a bit distracted there, so I'm just going to pull it all apart and quickly see how the print turned out. What's nice, you can see how beautifully all of that colour's been picked up. There's a few little spots where it's not perfect. There's still some gold paint on the plate, or some that shimmery thing. Hasn't picked it up perfectly, but in the biggest, and so that's why you've got these white sections there. I'll would probably use something like this in a bit of embroidery, maybe stitching. Who knows? I've been cutting up all sorts of things and collaging them with other pieces of fabric and working back into them. That's almost certainly where this one's going to end up. Details of what I was printing with will be listed down below, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.